we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to announce, I am pleased to announce, this isn't on, I'm pleased to announce our second batch of Locomotive versus Trading Cards is now on sale. There is a link in the description. We are currently less than 24 hours into it. We've already had $100 in sales, more than $100 in sales, as you can see. 4 backers. We have sold, real quick math, that says we've sold probably uh, 10 packs of trading cards. They're $6 a piece, plus shipping, plus um, bonuses, etc. So yeah, there you go. And if you don't know how this works, I'll give a quick tutorial because we had to do a little. This is the Iron Horseman. We don't do things normally around here. We had to do things weird to make this work. You go down here, you say start your order, you pick your country, US or Canada. This $5 is just for shipping. It's only for shipping. If you hit Canada, it's $15. That's for shipping. You hit continue, and it will bring you to this screen. I think there's one more step on mobile. This screen is where you order everything. So guaranteed helper, guaranteed variety, locomotive suggestion. We have 2 packs left from our original batch of trading cards. Steam Star Power, which you can get, you can do that there, and of course we have our actual trading card batch here. So that is how you order. Like I said, you can find that down in the description. And without further ado, I'll be doing a bonus Tolbrin stream now, so everyone can come here and hang out, talk about trading cards, and I'll be reminding everyone about trading cards about once every 20 minutes. So, anyway, I think I'm going to clip that on its own. I don't know how to do that on YouTube, but I'll clip that on its own and post it as an advertisement. To go over it really quick, these are our cards: Canadian National 1392, Little River 110, McLeod 25, CP 2928, that's Jubilee, SP 1744, that's an M6 Mogul, New Haven 3025, that's the SY in Essex. Flying Scotsman needs no introduction. Milwaukee Road number 3506, which is an A class. That's one of their extremely fast Atlantic types, streamlined. 765 needs no introduction, although I'm missing a space there. Skookum, Reading Northern or Reading 2102, Strasbourg 90, Timken 4 Aces, 4014, Red Devil, Baldwin 60,000, and Wabash 554, which is a Trainmaster. That is our first diesel card. So yeah, check it out. And now on to your regularly unscheduled programming. Do we not have trains up? Hello, trains. Wake up. Wake up, Mr. Freeman. Or is that the wrong... No, that's 2019. Where is Trains 2022? Oh, there it is. Wow. Great start. What was that? The cat just sneezed. Oh, well, let me, while we have this lull period here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy this, copy the video link, put this over here, put this in streaming and recording, say, trading cards, trading cards. We're going to be doing all AI stuff today, because that's just what's on my mind. There we go. Just got to set up my screen. So yeah, AI. I'm actually going to just let this run first. Good news, Gondola is on the DLS. Ooh, I gotta do that. What if I bought card traders? What? Oh, the opposite of trading cards. Card traders. Very funny. Let me go and get the on download station. Oh, sorry, author RWS_Gordon. Now I'm asking trains to do more than one thing at a time. Simple no longo gondola. Download. I'm gonna have to put these into the map instead of the DPR ones. Although we aren't using them yet. Apparently it's updating a bunch of assets while I do it. So yeah, we have some things to work out here. Mostly it comes down to what this locomotive does, or what this train does after it arrives. And, you know, I will sort of just be here talking about trading cards, buy trading cards, while we watch this guy go. I'm doing pretty great. We have a great start for the locomotive, for the batch 2 of trading cards. Like I said, we already have $100 raised, which is a seventh of the project. And if I look at this, I can see that. Let's see. No, that's not it. I want to see. Oh, fulfillment. I think it is. Ah, yeah, there we go. Very, very cute. We have sold. We've sold 9 of the batch 2 trading card packs. We've sold 1 of the batch 1 trading card packs. We've sold 3 guaranteed variety and 1 locomotive suggestion. So, yeah. This is great. This is exciting. We're off to a good start. And we're going to watch this guy do his thing. What he has to do is, and you know what? I've actually found you get a great view when you just hang on the side of the boxcar while we go. Yeah, he's got to pick up this train and run around it, and then run all the way to Olive. And it's a 15-minute run. Everything okay, baby? This guy's also going to be coming into Olive soon. Or into Mason's Landing in about 7 minutes. While the other one does his thing. Everything else seems to work fine. I've equated it to Groundhog Day, watching the same thing happen over and over again. Where'd he go? Oh, he's down here. A little dark. Wish I could brighten it up. That's right, this is Mattis. I should have called it Saturday Driving. So, yeah. I know who's been naughty and nice. I know who's bought trading cards and who hasn't. I've got so many addresses. What am I going to do with them? Well, I have the addresses from last time, although I don't, like... The only thing I've saved from the first batch of, like, the data we gathered is the locomotive suggestions. And in fact, I can go through that now, although what I should actually be doing is recording the moves that this thing is making in the switch list document. So, yeah. That's the line head turn, producers, consumers. Yeah, and this is just a siding. This is Mason Valley Yard Track 1, and it's at 5:04 a.m. that this train removes 3 loads and 8 cars. And I know I'm writing that down, and I guess we're locking that in. Alright. Wait for 5 seconds, pull this out. Also, this train is just super cute. I love seeing this on the main line. This 8-car train with this 8-car mixed train of just random stuff. So yeah, yeah, and this is to make sure I keep track of what goes into siding and what goes and what doesn't. I need to add entries for Butler Industrial Park, track 4, 6, and 8, because we will be using those when we arrive. Track 6. Olive, Butler Industrial Park, track 8. And I don't know what the capacity of these are. We'll have to figure that out later. I actually have to measure that. But yeah, the first move in the day is the Lionhead turn for all 3 of them. For all 4 of these, I suppose. Or sorry, Lionhead turn. No, it's not the Lionhead turn. This is what is the name of this train? This is MLOL 1. And I need to see what it puts in those. We also need to put in one for the coal area. Oh, what else we need to do? Operation 2 is train 001. I think it's train 001. If I'm being generous here with the time it takes to get across and when this train leaves. Someone passed a signal of danger. That should not be happening. It was Mick, M-I-K. Who the heck is that? It's like the same 3 drivers over and over again. Meek. I don't think it's you. It's a different Meek. Is this you trying to pull in? What happened? Oh, you get delayed because you get like bamboozled by something. You know what I bet what happened is one of these, like this switch or something, flipped back. Oh, it's because of this guy. Well, now he's going to be late. He's just going to sit here and he's going to be late. Because of this. Or, well, no, not because of this. Well, yeah, because of this. Because this got switched and whatever. And now you have to wait. Because this guy is just waiting for 2 minutes to restart his schedule. That's weird. That hasn't happened before. I don't recall that happening before. But now you're going to be late. I mean, we have to be attentive to these sorts of changes. Because not everything's going to go off without a hitch every time. It has to be robust enough to deal with it. Signals there just as a suggestion. You don't have to stop. Yeah, that's right. It's Saturday driving. I don't know what else you could want. Buy trading cards. They're on sale now. Two minutes is the longest time ever when you're waiting for these things to deal with their schedule. Oh, he's moving again. Hooray. You're just blocking the road. Casually blocking the road. Solid. I didn't even realize that. Couldn't push up like 1 car length? Taking it real easy into the station here. So cool, everything's been delayed by 2 minutes. really hope that doesn't screw everything else up. I'm gonna need to, like, mentally take note of the fact that everything's 2 minutes off, and if I see a conflict, I have to know that it could happen now or 2 minutes earlier, you know? Which is just great. Just great. That makes life easier and simpler. I'm glad you guys were here for this, because this is a weird one. I mean, as soon as he pulls in, this guy's gonna go do his thing. This guy's gonna leave 5 minutes after that, which is enough time. But yeah, this guy is supposed to be out of here at what time? Assets and timetables, intercity passenger timetables. If we look at Mason's Landing, it's supposed to be out of here at 5:07. It's 5:10. It's late. It was supposed to just cruise on in. Oh well. Let me get you out of the way. This is just to make sure that, this is to make sure that everyone gets to the train like 5 minutes early. If you're late, you just don't get on the train. If you're late, it just prevents you from getting to the platform. Which is nice. Just perfect. And we get another sale. Congratulations to the newest owner of Locomotive Versus Trading Cards. What do they buy? They purchased a locomotive suggestion. Alright. Dean, I hope you know you didn't get any packs. Alright, now he's gonna go forward. Still waiting for the all 113 batch. Yeah. No, don't worry, soon, TM. We'll be, we'll do that. Absolutely, we'll get there. Oh, my back. Dean, make sure to bring your trading cards on the trip. We gotta do some trading. I got a mint number 14501 for you. I really like how this area is seeded already, though. Oh, my neck. I have to remember what I have. Well, yeah, but get them out. I mean, I'll tell you, I remember what I have. Or I got what I have right here. Oh, shucks. Oh, for God's sake. Envelope was upside down. There goes everything in the envelope. Speaking of things in an envelope, originally I had one extra pack for sale from the original batch, from batch 1, Steam Star Power. And I thought I had one more that had been sort of pledged to someone, but they never paid for it. In fact, I had two that were pledged to someone, but they hadn't paid for it. So now there are a total of 3 available Steam Star Power packs. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this, there are actually 2 left. Anyway, here's what I've got. I've got LSNI 18, number 36. So, this is my standard card. This is a pretty good standard card. As far as standard cards go, and if I look at the standard cards for batch number 2, As far as standard cards go, this is probably the most powerful. This has about... Oh, I take that back. This thing is a little bit weak sauce. It's small. It's a small Connie. Versus the H6, which is a huge 10-wheeler. Comparatively, I guess. I mean, if we look at this, this is 315,000 pounds. That's 297,000 pounds. It's 14,888. Now I need to check that. What's the difference? This is steamlocomotive.com. This is Locobase ID 16527. This is the SC4. Yeah, okay, that was a typo. This is 41,000. Alright, that needs to go in the card catalog. And I'm going to make a note of that on my card. This is a black pen, right? Yeah. $41,888. This is why I need proofreaders. That's why I need people to look over these cards, because there are a handful of mistakes in the first batch. And if I look in here, I can go... If I look in my card catalog, you can see LSNI 18, and I can say, attractive effort listed as 14,888 pounds. Correct value is 41,888 pounds. So, 41,888 pounds. Oops. I have two WP94s. Ooh. I'll take one of those and probably something else, because I don't think that's not a one-to-one trade I want to make. Okay, cool, we're hitched. We're late, but we're hitched. So, man, that bums me out when I find an error like that. Again, this is why I need people that check for me. And I try to make sure I follow the exact formatting on Steam Locomotive with what has a comma and what doesn't. And this has a comma in combined heating surface and evaporating heating surface, which Locobase doesn't do, actually. Ooh, smoke lights. But yeah, this is my standard card. This is corrected. 36 out of 50. Some neat stuff. I do like this LSNI engine. It's in Colbrookdale. I could go visit it. This was pack number 24, by the way. I have a UP844. So, this is one of the larger engines that is not articulated that we've done. And this should have an axle loading plus, because I think I did that, I think that was mathed out instead of axle loading is approximate, it should be marked with a plus. Because if I look on Steam Locomotive, and I punch in the FEF thing, which is 8340, axle loading is not here. So yeah, that is approximate. I'm going to mark that on my card as well. Oh, it should be over here. Nothing's perfect, huh? Well, I mean, we decided to do the pluses later. I decided to use the pluses later. So yeah, 844, which is honestly not the northern that I would hang on to the most. It's also it's also more common than the alternative. I'd like to think our QA/QC has gotten better, but I will go through all of them now while we're on stream just to make sure everything is all set. This is the card I probably want to keep the most. NW 611. Not because I'm a big 611 fan, even though I have ridden behind it like 3 times now. but because this is the best card I have, in terms of just raw power. I mean, we're talking 80,000 pounds attractive effort, which is 20,000 pounds more than um, 844. All sorts of good features. I mean, an Elate construction. It is home built, which is a detriment, but very high boiler pressure. Which I don't know why that's marked with a star. I guess we had to verify that independently. So yeah, there's 611 for you. That's one that I definitely want to keep. And if I look at it online really quick, so it's local base 271. That is also nice and low. You can fake some people out with that. 271. Oh yeah, and you know what? That's because of this. It said that it was raised. Because originally it was 275, and then it was raised to 300, which is why that that has a star on it. And then we have Canadian Pacific 1278. This is probably like the worst picture in the batch. From Canadian Locomotive Company. It's a neat card. G5s are nice. They've got some decent stats to them. This is also card 2 out of 40, which is nice and low. The 611 I have is 17 out of 20. And then an 844 is what? 18 out of 30, yeah. So these two are, like, they don't matter at all. Yeah, 1278. Not much to say about it. It's a Pacific. It's decent at what it's decent at. And then I've got number 1, 4501. So this is my Dean, look at this card. So, yeah. This is also before we started including the card number on these. So this card would be... The Southern 4501 is card 000120801, because this is card number 1. So, yeah. I'd like to think that we've done better with the formatting and consistency after the first batch. I mean, teething troubles are what they are. I don't actually know what's in these other 3 batches that are these other 3 card packs. Oh, somebody pinged me. The only difference I found is that you list Brooks and the local base lists Schenectady alts listed as Brooks in the MK9 blurb. Oh, yeah, that's right. So UP 2295, somebody just purchased that as a whatchamahoosit, as a card, or as a special order. Yeah, and let me do double checking on this. UP 2295. So I'm just curious. I could just leave it as Alco, you know, because that is definitely accurate. I wish I had a better... Yeah, this just says built by Alco. I wish I had a picture of the builder's plate. Because that would really... Oh, where are we? Just heard us go through switches. Oh, okay, that was for the creamery. Sweeney nozzle. That is a good one. If it has that. $22.95. Let's see. They list two different works numbers. Is there a way to tell which... Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you. Alright, so we know. We know for sure. We also know that this was 1920, so I can update the card to reflect that. Go to the abstract, special orders, file. I never updated the special orders list here. So I can say this was 1920. It was an Alco Brooks. I'm going to need to update that again, but we'll get there. It might already be in the dossier. It might already be in the Locobase dossier. Let me just double check. Because this is a pretty high number. Yeah. Another source indicates Brooks. Yeah. Photo of photo of builder's plate. Alright, let me can you send a link to that photo? Or is this... Yeah. Also, I did see another... I listed another source. Yeah, no, so that's, Tyler, that's for, this is for a special order, so don't panic. Which I have to make sure of this in my dossier. Photo of builder's plate, definitely Brooks. Small additions, notes, or this is questions and errors, yeah. Alright, yeah, so I did take care of that. And that photo should work, hopefully. Sweeney stack. Okay, so... Is that, that's the thing that it has? The Sweeney stack? What is the Sweeney stack? I'm just gonna put that in the rules. Locomotive versus rules. Let's see if I said anything else. I'm late, I didn't get notified. Oh, it's okay, Dragon. Dean, I will take that 1361 off your hands and one of your 94s for this mint 4501. But you know, we'll have to see if we can make a deal later. Oh, somebody else. We have a new backer. Backer report, or was that Dean fixing his back? Yes, it was. um, is back. Not what I meant, but yeah. Dean's back is fixed. I need to go down to stylistic scoring and put in Sweeney stack. Sweeney stack, the worst pies in London. It's just a different nozzle. Oh, okay, like a Lempor exhaust or Clychap. Okay, so I'm gonna put this alongside Lempor exhaust slash Sweeney stack. UP use it after the patent expires. Okay. Okay, I'll put the Lempor exhaust in there, or sorry, the thing in there, and it's equivalent to a Lempor exhaust. This is why. So now I gotta go through all of the batch 2 cards and make sure their numbers are right. Because I don't want any transposition errors like I've been pointing out for the entirety of the stream. Oh, it looks like we're coming into the signal bridge here in a minute. Okay. I have to view these at 90% so I can actually see the whole cards. Or the entirety of the card when I'm looking through. As far as Wabash 554 goes, I'm not spending the time to go through and re-dig up all of the stats, all of the numbers here, because I spent a while trying to disseminate everything about this engine. So, I have a thing for this Gib minute. Okay. UP Mikado apart due to the ginormous Sweeney stack, yeah. Anyway, congratulations to the people who have purchased trading cards. And don't worry, Dragon, we're just doing trading cards today and programming for the next probably hour and 20 minutes before I have to leave. Which should be like 3 good runs of this train. We'll probably be watching this train a lot while I discuss trading cards. And yeah, I'm going to have to go on Vistaprint and patch this thing up again to make sure this is correct. Or to update it. Yeah, for Wabash 554, oh, the one thing I need to do is I need to cut down on the decimal places here. That's about it. The only place we're going over 2 decimal places is the high pressure cylinders. Because it's a third. It's 8 and 1/8 inch bore. So I'm trying to show that accurately. But we do have something that I would love to have on steam engines that we don't have on this, which is sand capacity and air reservoir capacity. Those would be great stats. But they're almost never on anything. So, like, they aren't on most diagrams as far as steam engines go. As far as diesels go, however, it's much more common to see. As far in my understanding. So let's go on with Baldwin 60,000 then. Alright, we are pulling into thing. And yeah, we're 2 minutes late, so hopefully this doesn't screw anything up. Baldwin 60,000 is Locobase 419. And I'm just going to put this side by side so I can see things. Oops, that's the wrong tab. 419, 1 of 1, Baldwin built, obviously, 1926, wall shirts. That's fine. I don't want to read all these out loud necessarily. I'm just going to be blathering numbers. That has an asterisk, which is fine. 243, 12, 16, 113, and then 63.5. These were the same size. It was one of those and two of those. Yep. Yep, that's accurate. This is accurate. That's accurate. 2.5, 51, 13, 489. And these are correct. Or at least as close as they're going to get. No, these are correct. Because those are just taken off Locobase. We didn't recalculate those. Although I have to ask, are these the same as on the template? No. Because I think they've changed. I think these, no, 210, oh wait, sorry, this is 1225. No, it's not. 210, 43, 43, 43. Yeah, see, if we have to do a calculated Robert Leibniz's power computation, putting the asterisk in there is tough. But it does fit, sort of. Alright, things are quiet. We're almost here. Could you see what you did? At the beginning of this episode, I literally just hit go. There's nothing to show you. But I have done this out here. Like, we are all the way out to the river, pretty much. I made some farmsteads. I did trees in this corner here. You know, like that. Put that together. Put one of these together. Basically, I was just throwing together little homesteads out here. I think there's one over here. But nothing really exciting. Just making the farm fields. Haven't added one over here yet. Did this area. I don't know if you were here for this. The grass on the beach. But yeah. Oh, is that not straightened? I'm not sure that's straightened. Oh wait, maybe it is. It just kinks this way. It's fine. Oh, you're pulling in there. The biggest problem with this guy is actually... Where is he? Jeff, right here. Jeff comes in and he gets in the way. I lost him. The snake. Snake of Autorax. Coming down at what? I don't know how fast this is going. Maybe 50. Either way. That's the biggest problem here. So this guy's gonna pull up. Then he's gonna run around this train. But the fact that he's 2 minutes late could prove problematic. Oh, and I didn't give this guy a trigger because I have him sort of get out of the way. So hopefully these two guys will not cause problems. I also need to add this to my list of special orders. UP 2295, class MK9. It's a 282. Standard gauge. Photo CRM permission, yes. Locobase ID, whatever I said it was. Status complete. Sweeney stonks. They were big. Anyway, buy trading cards. Links in the description. So this guy is maneuvering around. The thing is just to not have two AI come too close to one another, or weird things will start happening. This guy needs to get out of the way before Jeff shows up. Which means, basically to that end, I just need him to have this switch right here locked. Otherwise, Jeff is going to lock this switch in the other direction. We're going to have a head-on collision. If the timing was a little bit better, this wouldn't be a problem. But I shouldn't be relying on that, number one. And number two, it's not a little better. So, what else are we going to do? I did get permission for the third 985 photo. That one's all done. Batch number 2. Alright, we're pulling in now. Coming into Yermo now. Oh, Jeff ran by the red. And of course, he's gonna wait for 5 minutes now. Because his lights got dropped by somebody fiddling with switches right in front of him. I wonder who that could have been. Uh-oh. Phone call. Hold tight. Something strange has happened. This guy is in the yard for no discernible reason. He decided to drive in here. I don't know why. This has never happened before. So I'm really wondering, something's up today. Something's up today with the interlocking tower. This guy is stopped. No, he's moving. There's no smoke. What the hell's going on? Gonna have to fiddle with this because I think what I'm gonna have to do. The masculine urge not to go into the yard. Yeah, no, I don't understand. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to set um the interlocking tower to exclusive membership or whatever it's called. I need to set it to um, static ownership, I think. Also, that phone call I think bought me a little more time with this today. Because if I do that, sorry, this. Static ownership. And I also have it set so that it doesn't throw the switches back afterward, right? Because that was causing problems earlier. And this would have been the track 2 northbound through. Actually, I think I have to set all... I had these designed so that they would be static ownership. But dynamic ownership is apparently an option that I did not know about. I mean, for now, I'll just leave this one on static ownership, but I'm afraid that that this could be problematic in the future. Excuse me. And I'm just going to double check that the schedule library for the GR Northside Passenger, which this is actually using that. I'll have south interlocking. Last under construction video is 2 views away from 100. Cool. I did pick up a few new subscribers, which is great. Always love when that happens. Interlocking, Mason's Landing interlocking, track 2 southbound through. Yeah, and that should be fine, and it should just set that up and lock it in place. Although, if I want to, I can go through here, and I can set do not restore junctions on path cleared. I can say this one, do not restore junctions on path cleared. This one, do not restore junctions on path cleared. You guys might be understanding a theme here. Back to path list. I keep clicking on 5 instead of 6. Oh, 6 was the one that I already did. 7. Do not. Back. 8. Do not. 9. Do not. 10. Do not. And I think the other thing I could be doing is clear on drive, which is all of them are set to clear on drive. Do not. I think setting up static ownership on these is going to be like setting up static ownership on these is going to be like a troubleshooting measure. Like at that point I will know if I messed up. So I don't know what else to do with this. I don't know how else to streamline this. I think everything is, I don't think I can proceed on anything until I can get the trains into here to do their thing. And I'll look at my under construction notes really quick just to make sure. Trains under construction notes. And return train with empties, OLMV-1, the dance in olive, which is the trains moving around one another, which I'm not sure if I should wait on that or not. Honestly, I think I will, because, let's see. We've got the train that comes through here, so there's that trigger. And if I do this, right, I can go into here. I can go to Olive Freight Trains, MLOL1. It waits for that, and then it waits for that, Olive South derail, to be triggered by any train. Wait, what is this? What is it waiting for? Oh well, Olive South derail trigger. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for something to leave? I don't know what it's waiting for. Because it goes and it parks at the coal company. And then this is Olive South derail T, which is this over here. But nothing else goes this way. Unless there's an outbound train I'm not thinking of that we've set up, which isn't... Oh, yeah, actually, we have. We've set up the Mikado to leave. Which means he's going to wait for that to then move off the next thing. But first, I have to have him wait for... after he runs around the train, or maybe even just after he pulls in, he needs to wait for that all to be cleared. See, this is the dance. The dance is the sort of organization of these trains, because the other train, the Lionhead turn, what does the Lionhead turn wait for? Because that's built into this. That's Butler Yard Roundhouse, VMOL Roundhouse. Yeah, so this is you. That's the intermodal switcher. This is the Lionhead turn. What do you wait for? You wait for Yard Throat ST to be triggered by any train, which is the appearance of the intermodal train. But that doesn't help anyone. This is going out too quickly, or it will be going out too quickly, and that's problematic. The way things work right now is really good, but I didn't account for this other train showing up. And either way, this has to wait for a while. Like, this shouldn't be leaving until, like, 9 o'clock. Because it needs to wait until rush hour is over and done with. Which, in fairness, rush hour on the VMR is not very impressive, but still... you still have quite a few trains coming through a single track main line relatively quickly. to the point of, let's see, we've got, so this is Lionhead. We've got 2 trains coming through, and then, yeah, and there's a 2-hour gap between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock where you don't see any trains, basically. We see, like, maybe one. And that's when we need to have the Lionhead turn work. So I think I'm actually going to have it wait. Instead of waiting for the trigger, I'm going to have this wait until 11 o'clock, or sorry, 9 o'clock, and then go and do its thing. And hopefully nothing's waiting on it. And I think that's fine. I think from there we're good. I think from there we're good. We can try to run this again. Oh, my nose. Oh. Every time. I swear to God, every time. So, that's the dance. That's the dance. I mean, this train comes in. So this is the first train in, and then that train pulls in after this one is left. This one does its shuffling. This one grabs its caboose and goes and parks up there. When it parks up there, the intermodal switcher comes out and does its thing. I am going to change one thing, which is that now I actually am going to go there's no signal down here? No. Now I actually am going to go and have this one wait for like 5 minutes after that train pulls in. I think. Well, the other thing is this... That's the only other issue. Is that the caboose from the intermodal train is not supposed to be the same caboose that gets taken for the Lionhead turn. Although I suppose there's no reason why it shouldn't be. Yeah, whatever. I guess it can be. It doesn't matter too much to me, I guess. Yeah. And let's have this guy... Nope, not you. Here, MVOL. Let's just have you, after you pull in, before you run around the train, just wait for yard throat any train, and then wait for 5 minutes. I guess. And then the other one, the intermodal switcher, is waiting for the engine shit. So it's waiting for him to pull in. So, okay. Now we need to see if this actually works. I think that's going to work. I think. Alright. Play. Go. Now I can continue looking over these trading cards. has a stat page, it's 2 foot. What is this? Juan. Oh, it's Juana. There are enough 2-foot gauge Mikados to do a Royale? I love that. That's fantastic. Alright, back to doing final checks on trading cards while this thing loads up. We still have 121 pledged, 5 backers. Buy trading cards, folks. The link's in the description. Cards. Just to be clear, nobody's being coerced to buy trading cards. I don't, if you can't buy trading cards, don't buy trading cards. Don't bankrupt yourself over trading cards. Alright, so, next. Next up is, what is the second card here? That is the Red Devil. Which is Loco Base. Used to be able to just change the number in the thing. Loco Base 3084. It's 1 of 1. Also a great experiment. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. 7551. 271. 68. 249. 122. 229.2. Very good. Very good locomotive. More power than the standard card in the other batch that I have. So, yeah, this seems to be accurate. I want to make sure I didn't do any typos, especially on these cards. Oh, you know what? I need to remove the... Oops. I need to remove the comma from these, because that's not how Loco Base does it. Same thing with this, actually. Again, I'm trying to make it match specifically to Loco Base. It's kind of interesting what they decide to put a comma on and what they don't. Like, evaporative heating surface, combined heating surface, superheating surface, they all don't have commas. All the power combinations do except for power MT. Oh, that's not accurate. What happened here? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet, that's why. I actually should go through and make sure we didn't do the commas in the wrong place on all these. Now that I know what I'm looking for, it's these 4 stats. It's 4 stats that I need to set as plain text, no comma, and I've just removed the wrong digit from that one. Alright, the big boy is all set for that. Plain text. I'd like to think people would cycle in and out of this video and just see whatever. If you guys know how to clip something, please clip like the first couple minutes of this stream when it goes up, because that is the trading card advertisement. I don't know how to clip anything. I'll have to look into that later. I mean, I'm sure it's not the hardest thing in the world, but... 1, 2... Oh, this only has 2 stats that I have to do this with, because the Super Reading Service and Power MT are not as incredibly high. For those of you that were in stream and recording the other day, you got to see Fort and I breaking the Loco base because we got an engine. We're trying to get an engine in with 800 plus psi of boiler pressure, and it just destroys the power computations. I hear something. Okay, this guy's pulling back. Let's see if this guy's coming in yet. Does this have... Yep. Oh, you know what? Because this is... Oh, no, it throws the switch itself. No, then it should be fine. Because this, I get it. It's in the way. Brakes, put the brakes on. That's why. If that one's a little bit too slow, it gets in the way too late, and this doesn't come up as unsignaled quickly enough. Or, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it showing unsignaled? Oh, it's showing unsignaled because this, and then it throws that switch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, never mind, I was right. I was right the first time. As long as it's on the ball, I guess. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hang on the side of the boxcar this time. Give us a different view. All of them have stat pages, but 2 of them are incomplete. The 2 incomplete ones are Baldwin's, so in theory, yes. So in theory, we can just look that up. Fantastic. That would be catastrophic, but very fun. I've made mention of it previously, but after the bracket is done and I get back, I think the next server event is going to be a screenshot competition because people have been asking about that again. And I should have the time to set aside time for judging once the trading cards are all squared away, or now that the trading cards are all squared away. And we don't have to be as promotional with Locomotive Versus because the Kickstarter will be done. Hopefully we will have succeeded. I'm going to be making sure that it succeeds. So, buy trading cards without the fear of not getting them. Not that you'd be paying for nothing, because you do get refunded if the Kickstarter fails. However... Okay, this one is correct. However, I'm going to make sure that it succeeds. In fact, the goal is even lower than... Like, the goal is lower than 100% funding, because I know that I'm going to want to have some cards for myself, so... I'll be chipping in for my own trading cards. And I think that comes back to the fact that I'm not doing this as a business, I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm doing this as a, you know, this is not my life here. And I doubt it ever will be. It doesn't strike me as the kind of thing that would get large enough for that. And even if it did, I don't think I'd be wanting to sell these trading card packs at like $10 a pop. If you're a museum, you know, I think if I am going to be getting in talks with any museums about selling the trading cards, which I did already ask Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, they said not right now. But I have some feelers out in a couple more places, and I think the Star Barn, if you guys know what the Star Barn is, there's a possibility we'll be selling in their gift shop. I like how you get to see the other train come in from down here at human level. I was just seeing it on the stream. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all figured out. The numbering is figured out. But yeah, I'll probably recommend they market them for like $10 a pop. I mean, the difference is they actually do have to make a good return on them, and they also don't have to like they aren't charging for shipping. This weather, I swear. So now I need to go back and actually check the numbers on these for real. Although these were 4014's numbers, so I can't actually verify these against Locobase, but I'm gonna just look at them and see if there's anything that jumps out at me as wrong. And I'm wondering if it's a large oil burner. What would have like thousands of things? Because I don't know what has thousands of gallons that I can actually use. Oh, there goes the engine. To know if they put a comma in there or not. So let's do like 8 drivers, Northern. Let's do Great Northern, because I'm sure they have thousands of gallons of oil. Yeah, so they don't put a comma in for oil. Interesting. But that's the one I'm worried about. I will check. Yeah, just checking. There's a comma and a period at the end of that sentence. That's one of those things that I need to spot and fix. Okay, well, let's look at the Timken boy now. I need to make sure that the 4014, like, stats that we updated are... Yeah, and most of them are the same. Timken boy. Timken boy is 930. And that's under Northern Pacific for obvious reasons. Yeah, I really don't know what happened last time. I guess it was some sort of fluke with the way that this engine figured out how to do its thing. Yeah, now it pulls way out, too. This guy's gonna leave soon. Yeah, there he goes. Literally right as I clicked over here, he goes to leave. Batch S, batch 2. So there is 4 aces, gets its own set of columns. One of one, 1925, or 19.25 I should say. Not 1925 is in the year. Oh, and I'm back in the cab. No, I don't want to be in the cab. I want to hang off the side of the boxcar. There's that. That's all accurate. That all seems to be accurate. Alright. Next up is Strasbourg 90. Oh wait, let's look at the blurb for Timken. Was purchased by the Northern Pacific. Alright, Strasbourg 90. Strasbourg 90 is a pretty high loco base. Well, let's check on this. 121 pledge out of 700 gold. I will be compulsively checking this Kickstarter for the next 30 days. That's the thing about it. And if we sell all 100 card packs, I honestly will be kind of annoyed because it means I don't get one for myself. You know, if there are 99 left, I'm just gonna pledge to my own Kickstarter for $6 for one card pack. Or, you know, yeah, if there are 99 sold and one left. And the add-ons, like, I know, oh, if you buy 4 trading card packs, you get, you know, you get the whatever, you get the, and the guaranteed variety, oh, you get one of everything. If you get the guaranteed helper, you get one of those, and it's like, yeah, I know that it seems a little cheap, but, first of all, it is, and it's a nice way to raise. Well, the thing is, my justification for it from the end here is it is a way to raise funds to produce these things without having to sell all 100 packs, because it's sort of like a free addition on my end. Like, I don't have to create anything else to fulfill that. And that's what makes that that whole thing like palatable and important. All right, back to checking numbers. Oh, there goes the other train. Hopefully he stays on the correct track this time. Yep, that's correct, that's correct. That we changed. On purpose. If anyone's curious why number build and numbering class are often different from what LocoBase purports, it's because for the trading cards, I wanted to shake things up a little bit, and so I decided that number build and numbering class sort of meant probably something different than what LocoBase has determined them to mean. Numbering class is how many of these does the railroad consider that there are. So it's like, okay, if they built 3 of these, but they lumped them in a class with like 6 or 7 others, then, or, you know, with 7 others, then numbering class is going to be 10. If the M class, the railroad says is 10 locomotives, but 7 of them are a little bit of a different design than the other 3, then there's going to be 10 in class, and if it's a card from those 3, then the number built is going to be 3. Number built is now how many of these does the builder say are the same. And if there are 10 in the class according to the railroad, but 7 of them are of one design and 3 of them are from the other design, there's going to be 10 in class on the card. But if the builder built another 27 of this type and marketed them to other railroads, now the number built is going to be 30. So, you know, if you glance at it, you know, on local base it might say, oh, 3 in class, 3 built. But on the trading card it'll say 10 in class and 30 built. And it's just a way to make the game a little bit more interesting, and also to ascribe better meaning, in my opinion, to those two numbers. Because right now I really don't know the rationale behind them. I suppose I could ask, but they always seem to be the same in situations where they could be different. That's correct. That's correct. That actually, we have that number. That's interesting. 373. That was an update. So they got it. They changed the tender while it was at Strasbourg. It seems like they only sometimes have a comma in water capacity, and sometimes they don't. So I'm going to leave it in there for clarity's sake. Actually, I'm beginning to think what it is if it's a 4-digit number, it does not have a comma, and if it's a 5-digit number or above, it does. I'm beginning to think that's what they're doing here. I'll have to look on some engines with like very small rubber latencies power computations to make sure. So let's look at let's go wheel arrangements. Let's do like a 244 Forney. Let's look at the 246T. Love this thing. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. If it has 5 digits, it does not have a, or it has 5 digits or above, it has a comma. If not, it does not. So I can abide by that. That's an easy rule to go by. Is that a comma or a period? That's a comma. That's supposed to be a period. These seem all good. I'm worried about like transposition errors where I've mixed up 2 numbers, that sort of thing, because that's got me a couple of times already. Alright, now time for the redding. Oh, there's a comparison of northerns here. That's neat. I never actually paid attention to that. Locomotive versus. Everyone loves doing northerns, that's for sure. We just went with 30 and 30 on that because I didn't, I suppose I could ask Chris about what he thinks about my arrangement there, because I know the T-1s were not all the same. They do have that, they have that, they have that. That's correct, that's correct. We agree there. Alright. Oh, and let me check my typos. B&H 302, my beloved. Alright. Skookum time. Gotta love Skookum. One of a kind. Just like many in this batch. Overall wheelbase, we went and sussed that out. Axle loading, yup. Weight on drivers, engine weight, locomotive weight. 243, 4,000, 1,500. Gotta change these numbers, gotta remove the commas. $54. I'm always kind of impressed by I'm always kind of impressed by like articulated compound engines because of all the piping that has to be done to make that happen. Oh, and yeah, here are ones that I have to change down. I have to remove the comma from because they're too small. Or Skookum. It's not the most exciting of locomotives in terms of power output. It's also saturated, which I wouldn't have really expected from this, but that's the way it is. Yeah, it's a very cool engine, but it's not a very good engine. It might be the worst Class 2 card we've ever made. After wrecking and being abandoned, number 7 was destroyed by the Oracle Scenic. Alright, yeah, that looks good. Okay. 765, Tyler's favorite. Spooky time or Skooky time. Yeah, we've got the skookiest engine for sale. By the way, this is the part where I say, and I should have said it earlier, tell your friends, tell your foamer, tell your foamer friends, tell your foamer family. I made a flyer. I'm gonna print out a couple. I'm gonna go hang one up at. Oh, thanks, Better, for boosting the server. At my local model railroad club, and if you want to do the same, I posted a flyer in the thread for the trading cards, a little ways up. If you aren't in our Discord server, you should join it down in the description below, and if you happen to be in it, but you don't know where the thread is, or you're on Discord but you don't want to join it, you can just get in touch with me, and I can send you a copy of the flyer. It came out pretty nice, although I haven't printed it, so I don't know how it looks like printed out yet. 765 is Locobase 52. Although this one is a little bit weird, because some of them have been changed. Yeah, this is one where the number build is different, because there's only 30 of this class, for real. Whenever it says several, we try to figure out which this locomotive was individually built in. Although the year I feel like I could go and make sure of. Nickel Plate 765, what year was 765 built? Let me check really quick. Outshopped in 1944, which this says 1934, and I can change that, and I will. Because that's inaccurate to this locomotive. Baker valve gear. There we go. Whenever there's a big class of locomotives, I like to go and make sure that the year is correct. And are we slowing down for, yeah, we are. We're going on a Treadway Beach Road, I think, area. Yeah, this is Treadway Beach. There was once a station here. Sean is waiting for track clearance. Should probably check that out. There's multiple Seans. Not you. Oh, you seem to be fine. You made it out. Unless it's a different Sean. There are a lot of Seans. Nope, not that one. This one? No, not that one. So it must have been the other one, and it seems to have figured itself out. So that's always good. You love to see it. It looks like nothing catastrophic has happened. Always nice when nothing catastrophic happens. 397 versus 392. That's actually better. And those are all direct copies because none of it has changed. Okay. Let me check for my typos. Yeah, it's a simple write-up. Beautiful photo from Brian. Next up is the Milwaukee Road. 106. Class A. Are you able to use stats from the blurb? Yes. I'm saying that you can just pull from whatever it would say on the card. Like, 614, you can say 1950. Yeah. That's absolutely true. You can do that. I'm trying to bring things in line with the cards, and the cards champion that individuality of, this is what this locomotive is. Specifically, this locomotive. So there's 4 of these. 8.5, 37.6, 0.23, which is garbage. But that's what you get with an Atlantic. 71,000 plus pounds axle loading. 219, 505, 13,000, 4,000. Got to get rid of that comma. £118 per yard for an Atlantic, which is crazy. But these things were very impressive. Oh, and I didn't fill in the number of cylinders. Glad we came back through here, because that would have been a mistake that made it onto the cards. That's, I think, the first genuine mistake, and not, like, minor typo. I did not list the number of cylinders. 43, 19, 294, 69... Nice. Those are all correct. And these, I think, are all correct. Yeah, those are all good. Alright, let's check my typos. Yep. Okay. I think that came out. Time for flying, Scott. Yeah, no, that's fine. The derailment is normal. I need to get rid of that because it does fake me out every time. But that is the express train that comes barreling through Pan Am does not have time to stop before it hits the end of the track. So it just all, trains. But thank you for calling that out because, yeah, that would have been very alarming if it was anything else. The only way I'm able to tell that it's that at a glance when I'm like testing the session myself is I recognize the cars. I recognize the numbers of the names of the cars. Alright, here's the 2-volt LED headlight, as Matt put it. I turned off PhysX because it was causing some more lag. So the smoke is just gonna clip through stuff. Gonna get across the thing here. I could add little whistle spots if I wanted to. Alright, back to work. LNAR 44 something or other. 4472. Which Dean immediately recognized as Flying Scotsman because he's a massive nerd. This is an A3. Rebuilt from an A1. 2727. I don't know enough about British locomotives to dispute that. 1928, once again, still don't know enough about British locomotives to dispute that. Um, 14 and a half wheel, but yeah, we went and got all those stats. 49, 148, 215. We went and got the tender loaded weight, total locomotive weight. 5,000 gallons, removed the comma. 80, 220, 1926. It's got 3 cylinders because British. 121, 25, 43, 19. Hut. Yeah, that all seems accurate. That seems good. And then these numbers seem fine, although I need to remove this comma. There was a typo. This one locomotive are built. Yeah. And there's the Clyde chap chimney that needs to be added to the loco base, or the rules here. Yeah, I never added it. This is Times New Roman 9-point font instead of Arial. So Clyde chap chimney. Just putting all those together. Lots of things doing the same thing. I'm glad I'm going back through these. Like, really glad. If you're missing some, also known as, it's been renumbered 4 times since its original Great Northern number. What as? Wait, what has? Oh, GN. GN, not Great Northern. Different Great Northern. You're talking about thing. Um, I do have. I have one, two, three, four different also known as. So no, I'm good with that. Uh, different Great Northern, yeah. Um, anyway, we're on to 3025. So 3025. This is why I need people to check these. Is 4221, and I went and verified these stats myself. 1988 built, numbering class 26 because this is technically a New Haven engine allegedly. Tangshan Locomotive Works, Walshart's valve gear, um, driver wheelbase. Yeah, that's new. All of these were verified independently. Every single one of them except minimum weight of rail. 14.5, 3108, 0.47, 61.83, axle loading, which it actually had amazingly enough. So everything here checks out with my sheet. This stuff was all the same. Of a driver diameter of 53.9 inches, 198.7 psi, because metric. Tractive effort, factor of adhesion is very different. That was calculated by yours truly. And then tubes and flue tube length, all dug that out from a Form 4. Firebox area did math. Grade area is accurate. That's accurate. That's accurate. That's accurate. That's accurate. And then I did all this stuff myself. This one needs to be reset because I figured out how to do the. I figured out how to make an Excel sheet that does what the Locobase does. At least to an extent, it's close. It's not perfect, but it's close. This has the longest this card representative of because I added a special thanks to the fellow who let me into the back shop and went through all the records with me. A small Mikado based in the earlier JF6 type, the SY class would become well known as one of few Chinese designs available for export. 3 were ordered by US-based tourist railroads, including number 58 for the Noxic Cane. After that operation closed due to tornado damage, the engine house burned, the Valley Railroad restored and cosmetically altered the locomotive to represent a New Haven J-1, which also was the last kind of locomotive. Yeah, let me just go back and check. So I have 1472, which is kind of a funny coincidence. I don't. Yeah, I have 4472. I have 502 and 103, and I have 60103. So yeah, that's all I've got. Um, Also, we're just sitting here waiting on the world to change. Anything crazy happened lately? This guy ran a red signal again. Okay, so it wasn't our fault. He just doesn't slow down in time. I should probably add another, like, at least an invisible signal over here. This is what happens when I type and make models in Blender. Are you going yet? No, you're just smoking up the joint. You've got that locked, and you've got something else down here locked. That, and then that's gonna have to be locked as you pull in. So yeah, I'm gonna have to add more signals, maybe. But like, it's been almost an hour. I mean, it's been 42 minutes since we started off this thing, and we are here. We're down here. Also, this is thrown, which I don't want that to get thrown. Um, oh wait, yeah. What are you doing? Where are you going? I'm shocked this isn't causing problems. Yeah, I need to set this to static ownership because this is not good. Unless this guy just decided he needed to grab a thing. Someone just finished all their tasks, which is good. Oh, and here he comes. Yeah, so I need to set this to static ownership because that's not good. I'm just gonna make a note. Static ownership. Hentis is stuck and awaiting instructions. Oh, again, you're stuck again. We already had this problem. Hentis. Hentis. What are you doing, my guy? No, not you. Different Hentis. No, not you. No. Yes, you. Oh, right. I never fixed this. Um. Valley Line passenger train can't make it onto turntable. In fact, I think what I should do is get rid of these signals. That's like item number one. Because I don't think we have signals on this other roundhouse. And that has worked fine thus far. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I just need to get rid of those signals. And take them and move them somewhere else, actually. That guy's pulling in. You're waiting for 5 minutes while he does that. Love it. Love it. So, NH 3025. We did that one. Slurge time. Which is 8718. We figured out it's local base 8718. We're pretty sure anyway. So there were 44 of them. Ish. We're fairly certain. Hold on, where is it? There's a lot of M6s here. It's referred to as an M6B or M6C by local base, but we know that's not true. That's not what SP called them anyway. So, 49 of them. Number built 49, number in class 44. That also should be asterisked. I'm not even sure if that's accurate, because the SP just did not call them this. They just called them M6. So, I don't know. These are an enigma. I'm gonna have to just call it 44 on both, honestly. 1919. It's for that we got from diagrams. 174, 170. That's something that came from another locomotive. Yeah, now it has oodles of fuel. Or oodles of fuel and water, which is not what it used to have. It also used to be coal, so. 63, 200, 21, 28, 33,000 and change, 4.51, that's rough. Checking all these. Flues, tubes, length, firebox, great. That's all fine. Plain text. Alright. Cool. That's correct. On to the next one. 29, 28. Oh, wait. I gotta read my thing. Read the thing. Wait, what? But I wanted to call them that and you yelled at me. Tyler, you were adamant that this was not an M6B. Because we saw the list of what they were all called, and this wasn't one of them. The M6Bs were something else. Oh, we're moving. Oh, that is not... They have not come back to pick up their caboose yet. This could be problematic. Where are they? Oh, there he is. Oh, boy. Where are these guys going? I can't see what the instruction is next. Otherwise, I might be able to tell you. Might be able to know what's going on here and what the problem's going to be. Dave is waiting for track clearance. Where's Dave? What is he doing? You're stuck. Where? Yeah, because it booked a thing and then locked it. You're not supposed to be doing that. Where's Dave? Is that you? I thought you were something else. It's a different Dave. You're a different Dave. No, that is you. You are just stuck here because of shenanigans with interlocking towers. Ah! I may have to make you wait longer. Okay, these guys are doing fine backing in. I just joined what road? What? Oh, SP. I know Hintus is stuck. I mean, do I abort now and just go try to fix stuff, or... They had a lot of M6s. M-6. Yeah, okay, so this timing is fine. Oh, I gotta replace these. Alright, we're bailing out. It's 5:30. I'm gonna leave in probably 20 minutes, so we're going to fix some stuff. And that's gonna be the end of this advertisement stream. Buy trading cards. Links in the description. Edit session. I've got, what, like 4 more to go in terms of double checking. Next one is Locobase 114, which is the CP Jubilees. That's all correct. That's correct, that's correct, that's correct. That we made up. 185, 425. Need to remove the thing on this. Remove the comma. Thuffer and Thuckatash. That's correct, that's all correct. Yep. 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 Alright. That's one of 2 saved. Okay, that's correct. That all is good. Next thing is a really high Locobase, which is 16318, which is the McLeod engines. Okay. Alright, so the next thing is, okay, first of all, I want to do this. Seed. ZNS. Let's see how these things look. Awesome. 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 Am I using them anywhere else in this yard? No. I think I might be using them over here, which is good because it means I can go and change the I can go and delete these while I'm here. Actually, what I should do is just spin these around. There we go. Now we're talking. I'm not going to use these tracks during a regular session, I think. Was there anything else I wanted to do over here? No. That's fine. Fix that. Static ownership. Static ownership, and I want to make sure these are doing... I don't care about that. What I do care about is... Oh wait, no, it should still be in here. Oh, automatic players only. Yeah, there we go. I need to make sure that's true on all of them. Automatic players only. Automatic players only. Automatic players only. These should be fine. Like, there's no reason why that automatic players only. Automatic players only. Otherwise, I might just have to, like, not set them at all. Make sure it can't do anything. 11. Here you are. Automatic players only. Do not automatically set a route for an AI train. They don't know what they're talking about. Back to path list. There we go. I knew there was a problem. Everything else I think is fine. I'll delete the static ownership thing. I'm gonna delete the thing about the train derailing while entering Mason's Landing because I think that is completely fixed. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. But I think I'm going to wrap this up and I'm just going to go through the rest of them in my spare time because I have to get ready for the rest of my evening, which involves driving around on the one hand, and on the other hand, it involves a double header match. So, oh, one more thing that I can do, which is great that I went over here and why I went over here, is these two. I can add 1, 2. I can add this right here. I think those are the only two in here. I can do this. Voila. Oh, never mind. This is what? This is scrap, like the fancy looking scrap. It's funny how it doesn't consider them the same, even though they're just reskins of one another. So slide this into there. And then this is the blue scrap. Awesome. Bender, thank you for creating those. That's really cool. Oh, and I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting about the empties train. Oh wait, the empties train is later. Oh wait, no it's not. This is Fulls. This is the beginning of the day. Um well, I guess you don't have to do it now, but there's supposed to be a second train up later in the day that needs to have the sheep. Actually, that's what this guy has to do afterward. He's got to grab the sheep and get ready for the well, he's got to get ready for the empties train later in the day. But that needs to get put together. So, yeah. That's a problem for later. The sheep do need to go up and get switched. But not at 5 a.m. So, anyway, appreciate the contributions to the Great Tolvan Reskin project. There's now a thread for that in Fake Model Railroading on the Discord. And yeah, if you are interested in reskinning, doesn't matter how much experience you have, doesn't matter if you don't know what to do, there's so much to do. Check it out, and I will see everyone in 2 weeks time or so. Because I'm going away. So buy trading cards, and hopefully by the time I get back, it would be a wonderful surprise to have everything sold. If you're watching this, like I said, we've got flyers to hang up. We've got we've got the Kickstarter page which you can share in Railfan groups, things like that, other Discords. Just go nuts, wherever they'll let you promote something. Obviously, don't put it somewhere where you're not supposed to be promoting stuff, but just go nuts, have a ball. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a while. This is the Admiral.